Okay, now we're going to work on the distributive property. So I'm going to leave this section right here for you to read independently, and then you can come back and do the examples. Okay, now that you've had a chance to look over that, let's look at the first example. So you're just using the distributive property to write an equivalent expression, and hopefully you remember doing this from previous grade levels. So for example, part A, we have 2 times the sum of 6 and 3. So we're going to distribute that 2. We're going to do 2 times 6 and then 2 times 3. So that's 12 plus 6, so we can get an answer of 18. Now, why do you even care to do this? Because you could just do order of operations, do 6 plus 3 first, which would be 9. 9 times 2 is 18 and be done with it. Because you're going to need to know how to use the distributive property when it comes to variable expressions, which is what you have in this second example. So you're distributing, I'm on part A. Here you're going to distribute that 7 over the m and the 5. So 7 times m is the same as 7m. 7 times 5, we end up with 35. So our final answer here, we end up with is 7m plus 35. In part B, you're distributing the negative 3. So you do negative 3 times n, which they have here. And you can treat this as negative 3 times negative 8, which is what they're doing here. So negative 3 times n gives us the negative 3n. Negative 3 times negative 8 is positive 24. So notice we have a plus 24 there. Let's do a few examples together before you work on your own. So we're going to do number 1 together. So let me zoom in here. We're distributing that 3 over the 8 and the 2. And we're going to use that distributive property. Draw in those arrows so you don't forget to distribute. So I'm going to do 3 times 8 plus 3 times 2. Well, 3 times 8 is 24. And 3 times 2 is 6. So really this is the same as 24 plus 6, which gives me a solution of 30. Okay, skip to number 5 because that one looks a little funny. For number 5, we have the 3 outside of the parentheses, but it's on the right side. We're still distributing the 3. Okay, so we're going to do 3 times 17 minus 3 times 4. So first we do 3 times 17, which is going to give us 51. Minus, and 3 times 4 is going to give us 12. So now we're finding 51, or computing 51 minus 12, which would give us an answer of 39. Okay, let's go now to number 9, because this one has some variables. So in number 9, we're going to distribute that negative 2. So we're doing negative 2 times c plus negative 2 times 7. Well, negative 2 times c, since c is that variable that we don't know what it stands for, it just stands for some number, we can just write that as negative 2c. And negative 2 times 7 is negative 14. Now, the only problem with this is that in mathematics, mathematicians don't like to use double signs. We don't like to do plus and negative. We like to clean it up. So we know from the adding and subtracting integers lessons, plus negative 14 would be the same as just doing minus positive 14. Remember that if I did that add a line, change the sign, here that would be a plus sign, and then that would be negative 14. Let me write it down again. So it would end up being the same as what we had before. So negative 2c minus 14 is going to be the same. So that's going to be the answer to number 9. Okay, I want you to go ahead and pause the video. You have problems 2, 3, 4, 6, 7, and 8 that you need to complete. Do complete those independently, and then you can come back and check your solutions and see if you got them right. So hopefully you did well with these problems. If not, then please go back, read through the examples at the top, replay the beginning of the video. Make sure you understand. If you're still having questions, please contact your teacher. Do make sure that you've corrected your answers, and then make sure you upload this assignment, and then you'll be ready to complete the independent practice and then the mastery check. Good luck with those.